That's us, on the last day of our Abi trip. Everything is already packed up and we are ready to go home and just chilling outside. But before we get here, let us rewind and see where it all started. First of all, let me introduce you to our friend group. We have Dani. Then we have me. And last but not least, we have Vin. We had a simple mission. After our finals, we wanted to have the most epic tour we ever had together. Granted, all the other trips we had together were generic school trips, so pretty low bar. First of all, we needed to find a place for us to go. And if it wasn't obvious, we live in Germany, so there is really only one option. And you guessed it, yep, that's it. We went to Mallorca. Okay, but with all joking aside, here is the master plan. We first had a road trip in mind, but that clearly wasn't gonna work out cause neither of us had a car and renting one was way too expensive. So that was plan A out of the window. Then came plan B. Seeing as expensive renting a car would be, we only had one option: abusing the public transport system. And you might think, okay, Germany is a pretty developed country, it's in Europe, they have great public transport. But boy oh boy, that caused us some problems later on. But now we had in mind to just find a hotel and settle for one place. But we are cheap, we are broke, and a hotel is none of those, so it was out of our league again. We scratched plan B, but as you know, third time's the charm, right? And that it was. We decided for a camping trip. No hotels, no cars, only us, nature, and the public transport system. That brings us to the original question. Now, where are we going camping? We firstly didn't want to travel too far, because of reasons. We had Harz in mind, which is pretty close to us. But after seeing what we can do there, it wasn't really that interesting, just some hikes here and there. So we decided to go a bit further and landed here in Berchtesgaden, a pretty small city near the Alps, barely in Germany as well. But don't let it deceive you, it is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been to. Enough setup though. That was it. We wake up to the worst possible scenario. Our journey was cancelled. Everything we had planned gone to waste. But we had one trick up our sleeves. We knew from experience to never really trust the public transport system, as it had failed us way too often in the past. So, transportation overseer Dani was prepared though. Within minutes he found a new connection. Vin was on site as well, so he could ask information counter. Everybody was working at high pace to find a solution to the problem. Except me. I'm a lazy ass. We settled on the next train that would leave an hour after the usual schedule. And since we had an hour of transit time in München, we might even have a chance to get the connecting train. We made out when we gotta meet, and I went back to sleep. We all headed out to the train station and arrived there shortly before the train departed. Just to realize that the train will be massively overcrowded since the last train cancelled for everybody and not just for us. And even giving our best efforts we couldn't find a place to sit, so I guess the IO is fine enough? And this is basically how it was all the way to München. And although we had hopes, the transfer in München didn't work out. We had to take an alternative route, but surprisingly, we got there roughly at the same time. we wanted to start the trip with a hike. So instead of booking the ticket to the camping site, we just booked it to the nearest train station and decided to walk the rest of the way. But it was a hot sunny day, and all three of us with luggage and backpacks, it was very hard. So we kinda gave up at around about this point here, and we just took the bus for the rest of the way. But at the end of the day we finally arrived at the camping site, and this is what it looked like. Just a field where we could build our tent. I mean, what else can you expect? We looked around and we found some interesting things like this boulder or goats. A lot of goats. They were pretty loud and annoying, not gonna lie, but it is what it is, pretty cool. I sadly don't have any footage of us actually building the tent, but here's a picture of Vin holding parts of it while we were testing the tent. As we were building the tent though, the weather kept getting worse and worse, from sunny, then a few clouds, then more clouds. And as a pure sign of mercy from the goat gods, as soon as we finished our tent, it actually started raining, and raining even harder and harder, and we just had to hope that we built the tent correctly. Spoilers, we didn't, but see how happy and innocent we were. We were safe, right?
Okay, wir bleiben hier in, wo sind wir? Bayern, Königssee. Und draußen regnet hier, guck mal. Draußen regnet ganz ein bisschen. Ja, ganz ein bisschen, ganz so. Hier haben wir Herr Daniel. Hier, Matthias. Und hier haben wir Schlafen-Dingstappen.
As you can see, we weren't really expecting anything bad. Just a normal day in a tent where outside it's raining like hell. Unbeknownst to us, there was something happening under the hood. As I spoiled earlier, we built the tent wrong. We had a major flaw in it, cause the tent is made of 3 parts. The cover, the sleeping area, and a tarpaulin underneath it. But the tarpaulin was only big enough to fit under the sleeping area and not anything else. So to prevent that the other side of the tent will have a grass floor, we had an even bigger tarpaulin that will cover the whole tent. And here is where our stupidity starts. When starting to build the tent, we obviously put the bigger tarpaulin underneath it and built the tent over it. But what we didn't notice is that the tent was built on a slight slope, meaning this side is higher than the other. And since the bigger tarpaulin isn't cut out to shape, it stood out at the corners. And we obviously didn't think that would be a problem when stretching the tank as well. Tank? Tent. When a water droplet fell on the tent, it would slide down its sides and fall onto the tarpaulin, which is impermeable, so the water would just slide down the whole tent. At first we didn't notice it, cause the water was between the big tarpaulin and the one that came with the tent. Luckily this saved our sleeping area, but delayed us realizing that we had a problem. It was only when the water reached the other side of the tent, where I was at the moment, that we realized that there is water coming from the outside. And we had to fix it immediately, cause it wasn't looking like the rain would stop anytime soon. Unless we do a kind of retro maybe?
Con ở trong này nhá, mưa không đến nơi nhưng mà to cực luôn, sấm chớp đùng đùng luôn.
It didn't work. As we can't turn off the rain, we had to figure out the problem with it pouring from the skies. Luckily we were smart and found the problem quick, and we just shoved the tarpaulin underneath the covers. And with fixing that we could finally rest for a while. But we were getting kinda hungry. We hadn't eaten anything since we woke up, and for some of us that was quite early. So we did our research. And after this tragic news we had to find a place to go. We settled for a small restaurant nearby. Nothing fancy, just to eat something. And since we are in Bayern after all, 2 things cannot be missing: schnitzel and beer. After this great meal we were way too tired to do anything else, and the weather wasn't that good as well, so we just called it for the day and went to sleep. After a good night's sleep, and surprisingly quiet one, we woke up to a beautiful landscape and we were ready to start our first actual day. Today we had planned to do our first big hike. We would go to one of the mountains that surrounds the Königssee. From there we would have a great view to the Königssee, if the weather allows it. Then move along to a water reservoir that is up in the mountains. And finally to a third spot where we would have a good view to another mountain range. So we prepared ourselves and started the hike.
Und jetzt musst du Intro machen. Jetzt habe ich Video.
Jetzt gerade?
Ja.
Ja, komm mit, mach mit. Machen wir es auf Englisch oder auf Deutsch?
Scheißegal. Wir reden jetzt Deutsch, also machen wir Englisch.
English, okay. So boys and girls, we are on our Abi Tour. First hike day. Yes. We are
all
going to the
excited.
mountains today. Show them the mountains a little bit, please.
We are all excited to be walking 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
When?
It's a short hike today. It's only 4 hours.
Yeah.
If you guys want, I will give the link down below for the commute. We did today.
For 15% discount.
Yeah, so that's update number 1. We've been walking for 5 minutes and I'm already tired, so
6
let's
minutes
see.
actually.
6 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, so let's see how it's going to be further on. Yeah.
I think I should have put on different pants because it's getting hot.
A few minutes down the line, we arrived at the base of the mountain. Here is where we had the first glimpse of it, and as you can see, there is a pretty attractive shortcut there. But it wasn't till a few minutes ahead where the hiking actually started.
Okay, now we entered the forest. Start for hiking.
Yes, so
And Daniela is really tired. Daniela have like 20 minutes.
20 more minutes.
20 more minutes, yeah.
And then when is gonna be the one suffering?
Yeah.
be careful with the venison.
With what? You realize that you are the only one. I know that one. You realize that you are the only one with a shot, right?
I'm regretting it right now.
You can cover up with your shirt. No, not your shirt, your jacket. Matthias, turn around, turn.
Turn around. That's a bit.
Are we going the right way?
Yes.
Right there.
Oh, it feels like this. It feels like Disneyland.
Welcome to Disneyland.
Ich habe die schlechtesten Hiking-Tour überhaupt.
Ich auch. Das ist Sporthalteschuh.
Komplett platt. Wir dürften immer weiter von uns.
Achtung!
Hier ist runtergucken. Schmeiß deine Kamera. Filmst du?
Ja.
Hello there. Second waterfall in our trip.
This looks like a drinkable.
Actually, it does. Yeah.
Es ist nass.
No shit.
Ich war bereit, neue Schuhe zu holen.
Gut, dass wir Pflaster haben. Ich glaube, wir hätten lieber Winden mitgenommen. Wir haben jetzt erst den 2. Kilometer geschafft. Warte, wir gucken runter.
Ja.
Ich habe Angst.
Alles gut. You won't die.
Ja, aber mein Gepäck macht mich nach hinten.
After drifting from the trail more and more, we decided to go back to the original trail, by all means necessary.
Hello.
You guys can fucking see.
We somehow survived this. Okay, so
Right.
if you see down there, the waterfall, I don't know if it's possible to see in the video, but there's like a white spot. We were there like 2 minutes ago.
And we had to climb up all the way here.
Yeah, because our trail suddenly ended
Yeah.
and we drifted from our original trail for like 10 minutes now.
Yeah.
And we just found it, and as you can see, it's a pretty robust
road.
trail. Yeah, it's yeah.
And 8 minutes left are left until I can finally give away my backpack to
Do a
someone else.
close up. Do a close up on our shoes. So as you can see,
Look at this fresh.
yeah, that's what we went through. But we finally got here, and that's
Our journey here continues.
one of our highest elevation now. So let's see how it goes.
And even up here we found more cascades like this one, and obviously we took some beauty shots. Here you can even see how steep the trail was at some point. And then finally, after some hours of hiking, we finally arrived at our first sightseeing point. The first view to the Königssee.
Okay, wir sehen da drüben Königssee.
Woher weiß ich?
Super, oder?
Okay, come back. That's into that we have
4 Kilometer von 11 Kilometern. Let's go, man.
Morgen sind 11, heute sind wir 9.
Sicher?
Laut dem Dings hier ja, aber laut dem Dings sind wir keinen Kilometer gelaufen. Kannst du die bitte nicht runterfallen? Das Leid ist hier nach unten.
Ja, ja.
Siehst du das im Foto?
Nein, eigentlich nicht.
Endlich. Es geht gerade auf. Und hier braucht man keine Railings mehr, oder?
Hier, wenn du hier runterfällst, ist es Jung. Wir sind fast ganz oben.
Also machen wir die Map ein bisschen kleiner. Yes. Wie viele Kilometer?
Was?
Hier
steht 9.
Diego Mada. Nicht laufen, du kleine Kinder. Ich schwitze wie behindert hier. Wollen wir Nachtkletten?
Ich laufe schön auf der Seite, weil ich dezent Angst.
Oh man, it's beautiful. Machen wir die Kamera ein bisschen nach oben, damit du auf die Burg gehen kannst, nicht die Wald.
The weather kept getting worse, but it still couldn't hold us from taking some good pictures.
Hello, boys and girls.
We just reached our highest altitude point, and now it's just going down. Actually, not quite, but we just see it is.
If it's gonna start raining, we're gonna be rolling down, but that's not the point.
We just we're warm.
Yeah, we were walking.
Worn.
Ah, we worn. Yeah.
We just worn our jacket.
No, we just equipped our.
We just equipped our jacket from our inventory.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
it's not raining.
It's not full. Oh my god, that's.
Oh man.
Oh. I was expecting a cave.
Yeah, that's where you buy your gems and Clash of Clans. Okay, so yeah, it's actually starting to rain right now. We are arriving at our second viewpoint, which is a beautiful lake. Let's hope we can see something there.
I hope we can eat something there as well.
Oh yeah, that's our first and only break as well. Yeah.
So far, we've been walking for 2 straight hours without a stop. So,
And it's starting to rain hard.
yeah.
Oh, never mind, that's just the waterfall.
No, but still, wish us luck.
We'll give an update there, so stay tuned, don't click off.
Yeah, we forgot to give that update, but we definitely didn't forget to do some B-rolls. And surprisingly, the second point was near a station that we could see from the base of the mountain. So that shortcut would have saved a lot of time. But we would have missed on all those beautiful pictures from before, so I think it was worth it.
Almost died.
As promised, we update you guys for how dying we are.
10,000 likes and we'll survive. Let's go.
Can we hit 7 children? Okay, so update, promised update here. We missed our last stop because we had strike there. We have some B-roll, so great B-roll. Rail. Yes. Now we are already on our way down. And let me tell you, it's a lot of steps.
A lot of stuff.
A lot.
If you look closely, if you come here one, maybe you find Vin's blood.
Because he kind of fell like 5 times, you know.
Yeah.
You see beautiful, but
Yeah, show them your ass. Censor that and put it on for his OnlyFans only.
2,000 euro for one picture.
Exactly.
So yeah, we almost
Bye.
Like so far we've been traveling for 3 hours.
More than
We've done 8.7 kilometers. I don't know how much that is in miles. We can figure it out somehow. We have Google, right?
we don't.
We don't.
post production, please. Okay, so we are at our
Literally dying.
hardest gradient. We are at minus 35%, as you can see. Almost done with our red part of our journey.
Okay.
Then there's another one.
Even worse.
No,
I think this was the worst one.
More steps.
this is the worst one. Oh, minus 63.
Ready to die.
So we're just gonna be basically jumping off a cliff.
Yeah.
If you don't see us tomorrow, yeah,
Yeah,
you know
this
what
video
happened
never
to us.
gets uploaded. Mom, I love you.
So
Enjoy
now,
the view.
like 1 more hour to go. Then we should be back, I think. Hopefully. If not, call 911.
No, we are in Germany.
Oh yeah, 112.
Another update. We have 1 p.m. and 41 minutes.
It should start raining in 20 minutes.
Yes. And we're still not even halfway through the descent.
So that's going to be fun. We'll probably update you when there's, you know, gonna be like some lightning behind us while going down.
While we're running down and a bear chasing us.
Do we have a bear in Germany? I guess no, right?
Yeah, we do. We have every animal.
No, we don't. We don't have bear.
We do. You go
We
to
don't
the
have
zoo
that.
and you find one.
Yeah, perfect. You even can go to the museums and find dinosaurs there.
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, I think our legs stop zitter. We'll continue and give you an update when we remember, because it's probably
As for an update, look at our shoe.
Yeah, shoe update.
Beautiful. And if you want to buy this shoe, you can go to
My affiliate Amazon.
Wait.
3,000 euros, 2,000 euros.
Yeah, check our outfits. Okay, see ya.
After that update, we continued our descent, but it kept raining and we were getting tired and our mood dropped, so here is one last photo from the day, and I think it's a pretty good comparison from the first picture. After that, we returned back to the camping place and ate something.
Hello there. Here's our promised
Update.
update that we forgot, so we just finished eating.
We lived.
Yeah, spoilers, we lived. There's no footage from we actually going down there, because
we forgot.
We just started rolling down, just believe that.
yep, just do our great edits of a recreation.
Yeah.
We just ate some German food, because we're in Germany.
You see? Paprika.
Bread, dark bread,
German.
German, and yeah, that's it.
So yeah.
After that, nothing really happened this day. We were all tired, so we just went to sleep. It is day 3 and we all wake up again to a beautiful landscape, this time just a little bit foggy. Today we had planned to do another hike, this time around the Königssee. But we were all still very tired from the hike of yesterday, so we decided to scratch this hike. Instead of doing the hike, we wanted to visit the nearby city. After chilling in the morning and waiting for the fog to clear up, we finally took a bus to Berchtesgaden. The city wasn't that impressive though, so much that we didn't even take a single picture I can show you guys. So we decided to do something else. We saw that the new Marvel film just came out and conveniently there was a cinema that was airing it today. So we decided to go there and just watch it. After the movie ended, it was getting late. We wanted to go home and find a place to eat, but there was a slight inconvenience.
Day update. We are here with this beautiful background here. If you look,
It's not the background.
Background. It's a green screen, you know?
okay, boys, we are here with a beautiful background. Today we just watched the movie. It was pretty great. Would recommend.
Doctor Strange Infinity Gauntlet or something like that.
Doctor Strange.
Oh, I already forgot.
The multiverse of madness. Yeah.
I already forgotten the name, but it's okay.
Yesterday, did we promise an update?
No, we didn't.
With that, we said that we're gonna give you more update tomorrow.
So here's an update.
Update for day 4,
Number 3, we survived.
We survived, running out of food.
But bad news, we have to go back on foot because none of the buses are going back to where we are staying at.
So apparently this is only driving till 7 p.m. here in Germany. Right? Okay, so if you see that mountain over there, so it's right at the other side, so we're just gonna climb it over for the night.
Yeah.
Tonight.
But we just have to climb it over and then we're gonna be there.
We'll give you an update
When we're there.
when we are halfway there and something beautiful happens.
And by the way, fun fact, you can, after eating Burger King, you can shave off. Okay, that's fine. See you later, alligators.
So yeah, we missed our bus. And now we needed to walk all the way back. Now, do you remember the first hike we planned to do? The one from the train station to the camping site? Yeah, that's exactly the same hike again, and now we don't have any other choice. At least we don't have our backpacks and luggage with us, and it is kind of a good weather right now. And let me tell you this, us not getting this bus was actually one of the best things that could happen. Cause on the way home we passed through one of the most beautiful landscapes ever.
Okay.
And obviously we couldn't miss this opportunity to take some cheesy pictures. Let me add that no picture in this whole video was color corrected or edited in some kind, except for the blatant ones obviously. The vibrance may vary between footage, but that's just because we took it from different cameras. The most vibrant one was one that accepted HDR, so that's why it seems photoshopped.
Okay boys, update number 76. As you can see, my boy is there. Say hello. We just hiked the furthest we ever did. So the bus didn't exist and we actually have to walk. But as you can, it's like fucking gorgeous over here. Shrimp up. How's it going? Come here. They haven't seen you though.
They have seen me.
No, look at
Yeah,
this.
but my haircut bad, so...
You're blaming haircut, look at my fucking bump. Okay, so that's update number 77.
Still alive.
Still alive. Here you can have a behind the scenes from our B-rolls.
He's doing the B-roll. We're doing the C-roll.
After walking a bit further, we found an important spot. Here, pictures that would be created will be contended to the most beautiful and unreal pictures we have taken the whole trip. And it all started with this bench.
Komm her. Hinter der Kamera.
Aber langsam, oder?
Nee, laufen.
Wirklich schnell wie möglich.
Nee, ja, einfach so rennen, als würdest du jetzt 5 Sekunden haben für ein Foto.
After taking those stunning photos, the sun was getting lower and lower and we decided to move on. Back in camp, we just ate something and went to bed. It is day 4 and effectively our final eventful day. For today we had something special planned. We wanted to go to the lake. So we started our day as usual, waking up to a beautiful landscape, this time less foggy, and chilling in the morning. This morning Vin also went to the grocery stores to get us some supplies for the day, and along the way he took some pictures and videos from the surroundings, and I think this gives us a pretty good impression of how it was being there. After he came back we decided to eat something since we brought a portable fire pit, like a propane fire pit. And we wanted to use it at least once, so he brought us some instant noodles and we cooked up some water and ate them. After eating we were all set, so we packed up our stuff and took the bus to there. From there we took a ferry that would take us from one end of the lake to the other one, so we could take some beautiful pictures. But the weather was getting kind of grumpy and some clouds settled in, and it wasn't that beautiful to be honest. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is still impressive, those mountains are huge, and from the ferry there was a guide as well explaining us everything. It is very impressive, just not beautiful with this kind of weather. And it wasn't your normal guide Mom says we had at home. Apart from the normal stuff you would expect from a guide, like telling us the deepest point of the lake and the history around it, this one also could play the trumpet, and in one specific point there was a very good echo, and so he played it for us. The echo is very quiet on the footage though, so I tried to amp it up as much as I can, but it's still a bit quiet.
Was?
He did tell us some generic stuff as well, but it was quite interesting. Like this mountain that took mountaineers 16 hours for the first summit, and nowadays it's an average 4-hour hike to get there. Or this village over here where you can only get by boat. Here lives a fisher family that lives for a generation here in this village, and they are the only one to have fishing rights for the lake, so they have it basically for themselves. After that, the guide took us very close to a waterfall so we could have a closer look upon it. And then finally we reached the other side, and here's where everything took a turn for the better. Cause you see, when you're at the other side, you have an optional hike to a smaller lake. And since we had nothing better to do there, cause we didn't want to spend our money on little souvenirs, we decided to do the hike and see how the smaller lake is. So we have made our way. When we were getting close and the trees kept disappearing behind us, we were all stunned as soon as we saw the lake. It was beautiful, way better than a bigger one. Part of it might be because of the lighting conditions, but still, very gorgeous. I mean, look at the reflection of the water, it's just like a mirror. And the waterfall in the background, it's just like everything is stunning here. And remember when I told you guys that that one photo session could be the contender of the most beautiful picture in the whole trip? Yeah, here is the other one.
update, what number? 69, day 73. We just survived another day. Food is running low. As you can see, we have enough of water though.
Yeah, the dude that I don't know explained us what the sea is about. Told us that this is a drinkable water source.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take 2 buckets, make an unlimited water source, and
Yeah.
We can survive for more, 2 days more.
Okay, so yeah, if you can see like back there, that's like the second highest waterfall in Germany apparently, or the highest. I didn't take it.
The highest one was the one that we passed. No, that was the highest.
No,
I think this was the highest
this
one.
is the highest
It was
one.
like
It's
the-
like 200 meters or
yeah,
something.
with the 12th highest one in the whole world or something.
Yeah.
You're
So
right.
that's the highest one in Germany. It's almost Austria though. It's pretty sick. Here we had luck that the sky just opened up a little bit so we could take some beautiful pictures. The reflection as well is very nice and the water is very clean and everything. So
Because
it's,
of the mineral.
yeah, because of the minerals. We just learned that's not about the trees. So fuck them.
I don't know who taught that.
Yeah, I don't know, like bro, water is green. Trees. Yeah, so it's, I would recommend.
Yeah, we have a really big fan base, like right now.
Fan
lots of us while we're
Oh
sitting
yeah, use code SHRIMPAP to get a 10% discount on nothing. Use code VIN to get 10% discount on crazy stuff, and that's going to be it for
there.
today.
Life insurance.
For life insurance, yeah. Now we do the 70-hour hikes back to the train, to the bus, no, the boat station, and get the next boat back home.
And with that, day 4 came to an end. After that, we just went home and slept. Day 5 and the final day of the trip. What we had planned for today is pretty obvious. We had to pack up everything and, well, go back home. But having this video in mind, we wanted to have one final shot from the surroundings. We wanted to get a sunrise b-roll. So for that, we looked up when the sun should rise and woke up very early because it was about to rise at 5 AM in the morning.
Okay boys, update number 101. We are here at almost 5 in the morning.
Already 5.
It is already 5, perfect. So you see there is kind of a foggy morning. It is the morning that we decided to get the b-roll shot from the sun rising. So let's hope it will work. The sun should rise above that mountain, so it should do a great job. We set it up our time-lapse camera over at base camp earlier, and now we're walking to the nearest bus station where we hope that we can avoid at least one mountain, and it should rise above the tall big mountain. So let's hope for that. Anything from you?
Huh?
Anything from you? Any
We
update?
survived last night, even though outside is like minus 10 degrees.
Oh yeah, it's
Super
fucking
sun.
cold right now. And we have no equipment for that because we thought, okay, it's gonna be sunny out there. Like 14 degrees at least, but not fucking 10 or something even lower. So
We're talking
yeah,
about Celsius, not Fahrenheit. If you want to
yeah, we're talking about the real
universal.
yeah, unit, not American unit. Okay, so it's very foggy and it's not even getting better, so let's hope for the best, I guess.
After arriving at the bus station, the waiting game began. Waiting in a freezing cold of a foggy morning, with the hope that the fog settles and the beautiful sun arises behind the mountains. There was a slight issue though. I was very tired and dead inside and it was cold. I couldn't last for that long. I mean, look at how dead inside I am. But still we waited there for 1.5 hours, but no sun came. So we just decided to give up and go back to the camp. There, Dani was also awake and preparing to dismantle the tent. And after that we decided to play volleyball to pass the time.
And this brings us to the beginning. That's us, on the last day of our Abi trip. Everything is already packed up and we are ready to go home and just chilling outside. As you can see, the fog went away and it's way warmer now. And after using the energy we had left, we came together for one final update.
Peace. Schon angefangen. Was? Schon angefangen. Was ist denn für ein Update? Letzter Update.
Letzter Update?
Ja.
Okay, boy. I have to drink some water.
Daddy? Last update?
Uh,
We survived.
we survived day 5, I think.
Where's my water?
I guess
We're almost done with the whole trip,
not one.
the whole journey.
Holy journey.
Holy journey.
The whole
Right,
journey, yeah.
right,
We
right.
finally found the god at the end, and now we're just gonna be trying to find our train.
Good luck.
Good luck, yeah.
Yeah.
What about you guys? I go back to hibernation mode.
Hibernation mode.
Yeah, so we're just playing some volleyball just to pass some time right now. Well, we're not doing it anymore. So yeah, train is coming in like
1 hour.
an hour, yes. Well, the bus is coming in an hour. Yeah, that's the plan. We all go different ways now. Well, actually, only I do.
We no longer talk together. We don't talk anymore.
We don't talk anymore. And there's like nothing else happening right now. We just
As you can see, there are no more 10 over there. Our house is gone.
anymore. Our fortress gone missing. But as you can see, there's still some,
Signature.
yeah, our signature. And
And basically today is the last day as we already said, so it's going to be our final and last update. Hope you all enjoyed our journey of like 5 clips.
5 clips and only B-rolls.
Yeah.
So yeah. Cheers.
Cheers, yeah, exactly.
It's not mine. Oh, that's yours. It's mine. Nice. Okay, have fun. Goodbye. Good night.
And with that, the epic Abi Tour comes to an end. Thank you everybody for watching, and a special thanks for Dani and Vin for being the best friends I could have ever asked for. And I hope we get to do more trips like this in the future.
Welcome and well met, my brave little spark. How long you've wandered, burned bright as a star. Oh, I have awaited you patiently all this time. Past every fate, now sing with me once more. Share of your life, far greater than memory. It's lost and love words cannot hold. Boundless the tale overflows and carries your Lord out to sea. Remember the rain, near and far beloved, each drop a blessing from heavens above, and how as time flowed on the home.